Today, we're going to be talking about something that I would usually not really talk about, but I'm going to because I find it confusing as hell personally. And also, I am very close to 117 farming. I'm 950k off of it. And overall, the treasure hunter promotion is, I don't know. I wanted to talk about something specifically, a little bit of a rant, a little bit of a guide, and then also the loot from 76 keys. Maybe we'll use some oddments and get some more out of that too. But overall, I kind of wanted to just talk about this promotion a little bit. Holy crap, was this confusing as hell. I logged in, I was just confused as crap. I literally had to ask Nuz to explain this to me because I was like, I don't get it. Why does Treasure Hunter have to be so freaking confusing? Well, of course, when things like this, it becomes more addicting. It's easier to get lost in it, and it's easier to spend all your money on it. And that it makes more money, right? So they made it into some kind of like a little mini game, I suppose. I don't really know. But I'm going to explain it to you guys if you find it a little bit confusing. You can probably find timestamps in the video description or on the video itself. You can just skip forward if you don't need a guide. We're going to talk about this in this video. So overall, I normally don't really like Treasure Hunter because it's not worth it. And the video probably says, is it worth it or something? 9 times out of 10, in fact, always. Unless you are happy to spend the money and you value this stuff that you get from here higher than the money, then it is not worth it. But that being said, if you don't and you do find this to be absolutely fine and worth it, then happy days. Like, you can't move the treasure hunter thing, nice. Then that's absolutely fine, right? Then it's worth it to you. So it's all dependent on whether it's worth it for yourself. But in this treasure hunter event, I thought it was stupidly confusing, so I was going to go over it really quick and then we'll do the keys. So as you can see, I've already spent my keys to make sure I had a full understanding of how it works. Is every ingredient on the left hand side is going to give you a modification for the actual cauldron. Now, the way this works is once you've used it and made it green, you can't untick it. They will always be green. But you have 4 keys. It shows you how many keys you have per different thing that you can do. And the top one is always a multiplier. The next one is always a rarity. And the next one is always a bonus item to get. Now, the bottom one seems the least important unless you really want advanced pulse cores, stars, or cinder cores. These seem like the items that you can get from there. There may be other things on there too, but I'm not 100% sure. I've only seen those in all the keys that I did. These can go up to purple from the rarity of the crystals, super rare. And once you do get purple as well, then of course it's not guaranteed to be the cat token or anything. It's probably going to be guaranteed to be, I got like a skilling pack or something like that. It's not really worth your time, but you can still worth on re-rolling or remixing these because these are going to guarantee that you don't get worse rewards, so it makes sense. The next one is the multiplier. This can go, I believe it can go up to 4 times, maybe even a little bit higher. I think it's 4 times is the highest I saw anyway. You get 2, 3, or 4, and this is also probably worth refilling and remixing as well. Talking about refilling and remixing, refill basically once this runs out, you're going to have a little number on the timer here that tells you how many keys you have to use before it will be available again. You can use these straight away, the refills, to make sure you have access to them immediately too. And the same goes for remix. Once you've actually got the item back, if you see that you get a 2 times multiplier, you can remix it and you're guaranteed to get something better than a 2 times. Since you're not going to get a 1 times, it's always going to be better. So you might as well remix it, get it something better than that. And the same goes for this. If you have a yellow gem, you might as well remix it and make it higher. You can still remix like higher stuff like oranges. Maybe you can get a red. You can still remix like a 3. Maybe you can get a 4. But they can also go down as well, so it's worth keeping that in mind. The refill and remixes you're going to get by going through these tokens here. This will probably say 5 for you at the beginning. Every 5 tokens, you're going to get like a remix or a refill. And then every 10 tokens at the beginning, you're going to unlock a cosmetic. When I said tokens, I mean keys. And then you're going to unlock the cosmetic armor piece for the witch's outfit. So I've got the witch's outfit on here to show you guys how it looks. It's pretty okay. Like, it doesn't look terrible. It looks pretty okay, I think. It's keys, but at least it's a guaranteed amount of keys. Every 10 keys, you're going to get 1 piece. Full outfit is 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces, 5 pieces. There's 5 pieces, so there's going to be 50 keys to get the full thing. 50 keys, and you're going to be able to get the full outfit, which isn't terrible, I suppose. Like, it's not cheap, but at least you know there's a set cost on it. You know exactly how much you're going to get. This is good, Jagex. This is better than what you normally do. There is still gambling involved in this whole thing, and it still has like a very addicting way of doing it. But I found this event to be very confusing. But at least the cosmetic, this is probably what the main thing you're sort of pushing towards people, is 50 keys guaranteed for everybody. So that's absolutely good. I'm glad about that. So it's always better when there's a certainty to stuff. The next thing is once you've got all these green, you open up the keys and you use the refills and stuff as you see fit. That's pretty much how it works. That's pretty much the whole like way this whole event works. The probabilities I'll take a look at really quickly with you guys. The pet token is like not as rare as the 50 mil, but it is more rare than a giant cash bag. So you are probably going to see things like your protein packs or your what are like the skilling packs and all that sort of stuff before you see this pet token. Obviously you can still get it, but it's going to be super rare compared to the other stuff still, so worth keeping in mind. I don't know how much this thing is worth. You can probably do a price check on Discord if there's any prices there for it. I'm going to assume it's kind of expensive, but probably not overly expensive. We'll try and buy it for 16 mil in a sec, but that's all I've got, so it is what it is. The Witch's Potion token was like 500k on the Grand Exchange. I bought one. It is for Herblore. There's nothing else really to buy with it. It's literally just for Herblore. If you want to use for skilling, it is cool that they are making like skilling override stuff too. Like, that's fine, that's good. I think that's good. That's absolutely no problem. And the Witch's Broom staff token, I sold it for like 100k. I've activated one as well. 100k, super cheap. Don't expect to be getting rich off of this event unless this pet token is mega expensive, in which case still don't expect it, because chances are you're not going to get it. It is probably just not going to happen. As for everything else, it's all, you can see all the probabilities and stuff in here. If you guys didn't know about this, just click this little tab up here. That's pretty much it. You're going to get a decent amount of oddments because you can guarantee a multiple thing, and you are going to get quite a lot of like Syndicores and Pulse Cores as well. I got a hell of a lot from the thing. Other than that, I did get a good amount of XP. And that's pretty much it. Try and buy the pet token first, see if that buys. Let's see if we can buy it for it. It says 18 mil. I'm going to try and offer 16 mil because that's all I've got. I doubt it's going to buy for the 16 mil. There you go. So it is worth a little bit. It could be worth 500 mil. It could be worth 1 bill. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to open up the keys now. So if you guys want to see that, then there you go. If you don't, then you can click off the video at this point, I suppose. There's not really much point in being around. But again, guys, I don't recommend buying keys. This isn't a promotion for Jagex in any way whatsoever. I don't suggest buying keys. I really don't. Unless you really want the XP and you value the XP and stuff higher than the money, you absolutely could be fine with you. You know, that's fine. And if you do, then happy days. Go ahead and do so. But otherwise, in my opinion, just play the game. It is what it is. And I'm going to get all my money back from what I spent on this. Like, I bought 75 keys, yes, but the video from this will absolutely pay me back on that. It's not a problem whatsoever. So I'm kind of in a good place to be able to show you guys this and talk about it. But overall, this event was mega confusing. It confused the crap out of me. I found it like, I don't know, it was ridiculously confusing, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. I can explain it to you guys. I thought it was worth talking to you for you guys as well, because it was confusing for me, and I'm sure many of you worked it out now, but there we go. There we go. So I did get my 117 farming. That means I can now get my Melatops in the player on farm, and I can just do some barricading with my defender. A lot better. That's definitely good. That's what I wanted out of it. Anyway, the loot from this was a ton of XP, not anything near money or anything like that. It was just loads of XP. Personally, I don't think this event is worth it. I really don't. I'm not going to buy keys of my oddment that I got, because I just don't think it's really that worth it to me. Now that I've got this, I'm not really interested in anything else. I'm just going to save the oddments for anything else that comes along that may be worth getting it on. But I guess at least you're guaranteed to get the override. That is absolutely great. Like, I'm glad that they do that. I think that's definitely a good way for them to be doing it. But I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. See you later, guys.